Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is March 8th, 2024, and it's reported that Barcelona are set to terminate their contract with Nike. Also, it's looking more and more unlikely that Barcelona will be able to keep Joao Cancelo for next season. And finally, Tottenham Hotspur are looking to take away a La Masia gem. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the kit bag. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you head to Bet Us. Both links for kit bag and Bet Us are down below in the description. And now begin with the news that Barcelona defeated Mallorca today 1-0 with the goal by Lamine Yamal, or actually I should say by a tremendous goal by Lamine Yamal. And I did do a post-match live analysis where I analyzed Barcelona's match. So if you do want to hear my match analysis, my thoughts, my opinions about what went down, make sure to check out that video on that channel. Now, having said that, let's move on to the bombshell news that Barcelona are set to terminate their contract deal with Nike. Now, Barcelona and Nike have been partners since 1998, and this contract was renewed under Josep Maria Bartomeu in 2018. However, it's revealed that given that Bartomeu was incredibly desperate to generate more funds for the club, he negotiated a horrible contract renewal where Barcelona have been receiving around 35 million euros fixed from Nike per season, which is an incredibly low amount and is way below market value. Now, as such, Barcelona have been trying to renegotiate the contract with Nike. However, Nike has refused on several occasions to up their offer, and that's when many companies began to contact Barcelona to declare their interest to become Barcelona's next sponsor, including Puma, Adidas, and even New Balance, with Puma making the highest offer in Barcelona, a 200 million euro release clause, which is the highest offer that they have ever made to a football club. Now, given all this interest from these other companies, Nike tried to sit down with Barcelona once again to see if they can reach a deal. However, Nike were not willing to up their offer by too much. They were only willing to increase it by a little, and they let Barcelona know that they're not gonna make a big push to keep Barcelona, and instead that if Barcelona wanna leave, that they can go ahead, but that they will file a lawsuit against the club, and they will claim 350 million euros in damages. Now, Barcelona were in favor of continuing their relationship with Nike, and as such, they insisted on sitting down with the company on several occasions. But after multiple failed conversations and failed negotiations, it's being reported that Barcelona are set to terminate their contract with Nike because they believe that this is the best alternative. Now, it's reported that Barcelona are considering producing their own kits for 1 year with the help of Hummel, because as I reported, I think it was a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, the Danish company had offered Barcelona its infrastructure where Barcelona would produce their own kits, their own designs, and they would use Hummel in order to manufacture and distribute those kits. It's reported that Barcelona are considering doing this for 1 year and then accepting the Puma deal, because it's reported that Puma are not willing to help Barcelona pay for that fee of breaking the contract between them and Nike. Now, as I reported yesterday, a Puma delegation was seen meeting with Joan Laporta and several members of the board of directors, and that delegation was led by the Puma CEO. And it seems that during these conversations, the fee to break the contract with Nike was brought up, and Puma are not willing to pay for that. They are willing to offer Barcelona that 200 million euro contract, but as far as breaking the contract with Nike, that's something that Barcelona are going to have to assume themselves. Therefore, Barcelona are considering producing their own kits for the next year because they have done the calculation, and it's reported that Barcelona are set to make a lot more money by producing their own kits than staying with Nike. And perhaps Barcelona could negotiate that fee to break the contract and use the revenues from that year of making their own kits in order to pay off Nike In that way, Barcelona will be done with Nike, but they would not be out a lot of money because, again, producing their own kits would generate a lot more money had Barcelona continue with Nike, because, of course, producing your own line means that you get to keep all of your profits. Now, some sources within the club are even saying that if this year, this transitional year where Barcelona would produce their own kits, goes really well and Barcelona makes a lot of money, then they might not even accept the Puma deal, because this would give Barcelona a lot more leverage to negotiate with all kinds of brands, because after all, Barcelona could always tell other companies, you either make me an incredibly high offer or I continue making my own kits, because look, here are the receipts, I'm making a lot of money. So this would give Barcelona a lot more leverage to negotiate a higher deal with Puma and even to negotiate with other companies. And it's reported that Barcelona considered that this is the most viable and best alternative, which is to break the contract with Nike, produce your kits for 1 year. If it all goes well, use that money to pay off the Nike fee to break the contract, and also giving them leverage to negotiate with more companies, not just Puma. And speaking of Puma, who are the sponsors of Manchester City, it's reported that keeping Joao Cancelo will become very difficult for Barcelona during the summer transfer market. Now, as we already know, Joao Cancelo is currently with Barcelona on a 1-season loan, and Barcelona were hoping to keep the Portuguese fullback, hoping to offer around 15 to 20 million euros, but ideally extending that loan for 1 more season, giving Barcelona, more time to come up with the money, more time to free up space on their wage bill. But media in England are now reporting that Manchester City are not willing to extend Joao Cancelo's loan anymore. They're not willing to loan him anywhere. They want to sell him this summer transfer market on a permanent basis. They don't care who they sell him to, but they do want to get rid of him. And it's reported that Manchester City are going to be asking for 40 million euros. Now, this makes things very difficult for Barcelona because A, Barcelona cannot afford to pay 40 million euros for Joao Cancelo, and B, given that Manchester City will be unwilling to extend the loan, that makes Barcelona not being able to, get that extra year to try to get that money or free up space on their wage bill. So it's becoming very, very difficult, or very unlikely, that Barcelona would be able to keep Joao Cancelo. But of course, his agent Jorge Mendes, who does have a good relationship with Joan Laporta, has promised the Barcelona president that he will do everything in their power to make this happen. But it's reported that Manchester City have told Jorge Mendes that no matter what he does, the decision is final. The Manchester City want to offload Joao Cancelo this summer. They're not interested in any loans, and they don't care where he goes. But one thing is they want is Joao Cancelo gone. And speaking of English clubs, we will end today's video with the news that Tottenham Hotspur have reached out to Pinisabi in order to try to sign Dani Rodriguez. Now, Dani Rodriguez is the 18-year-old left-winger academy player who's considered by Barcelona one of the top four players of the academy, alongside Lamine Yamal, Pau Cubarsí, and Marc Bernal. And as I reported in yesterday's video, Barcelona have begun negotiations in order to extend Dani Rodriguez's contract, which does expire during this summer. Now, Dani Rodriguez's agent is Pinisabi, and negotiations again have begun between all parties, but it's reported that negotiations have stalled a little bit. Both parties have yet to reach an agreement, and as such, other clubs have begun circulating to try to see if they have an opportunity to take away a La Masia gem and do so for free, because again, Dani Rodriguez's contract will expire during this summer transfer market. Now, as I reported in yesterday's video, Athletic Club de Bilbao have marked the signing of Dani Rodriguez as a high priority for them. Of course, Dani Rodriguez is from Basque Country. He came up through the Real Sociedad Academy, so Athletic Club de Bilbao are trying to bring Dani Rodriguez back home. But now it's reported that Tottenham Hotspur are also highly interested in the 18-year-old attacker, and they have already contacted Pinisabi to declare their interest to see if they can take the player as a free agent during this summer transfer market. Now, it is reported that Barcelona have scheduled more meetings with Pinisabi these upcoming few days and weeks, because Barcelona are not looking to lose Dani Rodriguez, and they want to do everything in their power in order to renew the 18-year-old. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I would like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. And as always, Visca Barça.